All right. Now, if the playoffs started, the play-ins would look something like this from what we understand. Because you've got, from what I understand, the top three teams in each division would be safe. And then you would have four, possibly five teams playing in for the final two wildcard spots. I don't know how they would do this because if I'm looking at the Eastern Conference, okay, so you've got Boston, Tampa, Toronto, Washington, Philly, Pittsburgh safe. If you wanted to play for the wild card, you'd have a pretty legitimate four-team race here. You've got the Rangers and the Islanders. And how fun would that be seeing those two go head-to-head for a wild card spot?
Spectacular.
You've got Columbus and Carolina. Columbus, who was fighting and clawing to get into the playoffs after being absolutely decimated in the offseason. And then Carolina, which is sort of still a young upstart team that's finally got some goaltending and look really, really good. But here's the thing. If it's only those four teams,
it should be
one
five,
team on the outside. If it is five, then you include Florida.
Yeah.
But my question is, can you do it with five, or do you need an even number or an odd number of teams? You know what I mean?
I think you give Carolina a first round bye, and then the other two play off in single elimination.
Because you got Carolina, Columbus tied at 81 points. You got the Islanders at 80 points, the Rangers at 79, Florida at 78, and then it falls way off after that.
Can we talk about the shitty, very shitty, all the way shitty, get rid of it forever shitty point system? The Carolina Hurricanes have 38 wins.
Yeah.
The Columbus Blue Jackets have 33. Same
They're
amount.
tied.
Same amount. The
Also
Hurricanes,
2 less games, though.
Yeah, but the Hurricanes committed the terrible sin of losing 5 games in overtime. The Blue Jackets have lost
15.
15! This
not so great of a story.
Sucks. We're talking about a play-in? Get out of here, Columbus. Get out of... That's awful. We're talking about legitimate and illegitimate. The entire standings are illegitimate. If you're going to have losses be half a win, Jesus, look, the goal differential is plus 29 for Carolina. It's minus 7 for Columbus. Get lost. Get lost forever.
So maybe you do need to give Carolina a first round bye just because that's ridiculous.
I was going to fight back, and I was going to be like, no, that's not fair. They're tied in points. Frig off. Columbus, with their 33 wins, have fewer. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3. There are 3 teams in the Eastern Conference below them with more wins.
Yeah.
The Rangers have 4 more. Oh, this system sucks. Oh, that's terrible. That's an embarrassment. Good God. Sorry, I haven't looked at the standings in a long time, evidently.
It'd be cool to see the NHL go to wins and losses.
Oh,
just like if you lose in overtime, it's a loss.
Yeah. It's right there. Why don't they do it? I don't get it. It's like it doesn't. I mean, the NBA's got parity, and they have ridiculous like all-star stuff. Like, but you look at some of the NBA playoff races; they're pretty tight.
Columbus has the 3rd fewest goals in the East. Frig off. Get out of here.
Okay, so now
That's horrible.
Let's look at the Western Conference. So, assuming that you have a 5-team play-in, am I still here?
Yes, you are. But I was going to say now all the Columbus fans are going to yell at me. The 5 wins difference. Carolina's 5-0 in the shootout. Get rid of the shootout. Go to wins and losses and fuck off.
St. Louis, Colorado, Dallas in the Central would be safe. Vegas, Edmonton, Calgary, which would mean an Edmonton-Calgary first round, would be safe. Winnipeg, Nashville are the 2 teams. And again, Winnipeg, another team that was decimated in the offseason. They are now, they've played 2 more games than the Predators, but they are 2 points up with 80. Nashville's got 78. Vancouver, with 1 less win than Nashville, is still sitting on the outside because they're
One more win.
Sorry, 1 more win than Nashville, but they're sitting on the outside because they're head-to-head. Vancouver's lost more games against Nashville than the other way around. And then you've got the Minnesota Wild and somehow the Arizona Coyotes as well. So if you were going to do 5 teams, those would be your 5 teams. It has to, I mean, along those lines, Steve, That's got to be annoying for the Vancouver Canucks as well. Even one win differential doesn't seem to make sense.
Oh boy.
Now,
it's really tough. It's what about something like this? Okay, so we look at the East. Who's still in the playoff hunt?
it's Florida.
Those
up. So
teams.
Florida,
Right.
New York, Islanders, Carolina, Columbus.
Yeah, so Montreal and their 71 points can get lost, then everyone below
yeah.
them can get lost.
Buffalo,
So-
New Jersey. Yeah.
So I say Carolina gets a bye.
Mhm.
Florida versus New York. Losers eliminated. Islanders versus Columbus. Losers eliminated. And then the winner of those two head-to-heads, they go against each other. The winner makes the playoffs in the final
So
wild
what do
card
you do in
seed.
the West? What do you do in the West? Because
What
you
do you,
can't make it different. It's
You
got to be
can. I think
you
you
can't
can.
make the
I think,
cannot-
well,
you
okay.
cannot, guys.
There's
You
a
can't
there's
make-
a
teams we got?
global
1, 2, 3,
pandemic
4.
going on. I think you can make it different. I
Well,
think
you-
you include the
3,
Blackhawks and you play some
4.
other system.
Well, the question is not whether you include the Hawks. It's the Coyotes. Do you include them?
No,
They're-
the
go further.
Coyotes.
I go further down. I include the Coyotes and Blackhawks.
Would you
No,
include Montreal
teams.
then?
No, that's one extra team, though.
Yeah.
So,
And
no,
then you
if you're
figure
the
out some-
Blackhawks, too bad, so sad.
No.
If you're the
no,
Blackhawks,
no,
too bad,
no,
so
no.
sad.
The Blackhawks are only 6 points back of the second wild card.
Two less
that's a
than
lot.
Arizona.
in the
That's a
West.
lot.
2 less than Arizona.
No, here is my argument. There are already more teams in the West. Or
Oh.
One more team in the West.
So what if both wild card teams then, and this is so unfair to Winnipeg, they have 80 points. They have more than Calgary.
37 wins too.
But they got to play in then.
Oh.
Except, okay.
I don't think you can make it different, guys. I really don't.
Here's
But
how
anyway.
you make it more fair.
also,
So rather-
there's less teams in the West. I did it backwards.
Is there? Okay.
Oh, well then frig off. No, Chicago misses.
Yeah, bye, Chicago.
Get lost. They
Let's
miss.
stop helping
No.
Chicago with stuff,
It's
okay?
2
They're
teams.
okay.
It's
Stop
2
helping Chicago.
The way to make it fair, I would say let the top seed. So okay, we go to the West. It's Nashville is the top seed in this little tournament. Then there's Minnesota, Arizona. Wait, did I screw this up? Nashville, then Vancouver, Minnesota, and Arizona. Nashville gets to pick which one of those 3 teams they play. How's that? Does that make sense?
Why?
Because they're the top seed.
No.
They're in a playoff spot.
You can't.
Why don't they
okay.
just play the lowest seed?
Yeah, why don't you just do what you did on the other
Because
one?
because maybe the Coyotes run their show. I don't know.
I think
What?
what you do is
I don't
you
know.
make it the same for both.
Yeah.
No,
No, I
yeah.
do that in the East too.
I do 6-team tournament, include the Blackhawks.
And
They're
if you're
too close.
Canadians.
They're too close. No, the Canadians, screw them. It's 5
Well,
teams.
the Canadians are 6, though. That's
no,
where
it's
you have to include the
5
Canadians.
5 teams in the East, 6 in the West.
Ooh, you'd have
Yeah.
a tough time
No.
selling that.
No.
You'd
Ah?
have a tough-
A tough time selling. Let's cancel the season for 3 months and then come back.
No.
This is the land
think
of
you're not
let's
gonna sell
try
that.
stuff. I'm
Oof.
sorry that I'm more open than you guys to trying new things.
Oh.
I didn't know we had to play
Listen
by
to
the
this
rules.
guy.
You know?
TFG.
All the
Ayo.
Blackhawk fans right now are on my side, so
Okay, what about this?
Well,
What about this? To make it more fair, perhaps,
mhm.
you go to 1 to 8 instead of this goofy bullshit format that we have, and all of a sudden maybe Calgary's in the mix. Because Calgary's only got the 79 points.
you're not.
That
That
pushes
not changing,
Winnipeg up, as they
Steve,
should be,
you're not
because they have more
changing the
points.
You're not changing the whole guys. Realistically,
You can do whatever you want.
There's no way.
You can do whatever
you're
you
not
want.
changing the
No.
division system.
Yes, you
You're
are.
not going to change the division system.
Yeah,
you know
yep.
that. If
I
they
think
we're going to
you
do
can.
that because it's dumb, and I agree. They
Yeah.
would have done that.
You
But
can
they're
make the
not gonna
Stanley
do
Cup
that.
out of felt and
I can
turn it
tell
into
you,
a hat. You can do whatever you
all
want.
the
You can do whatever you want.
all
Do
the,
whatever you want.
all the teams. Okay, or you just roll it back to game 68, which every team has played, and you go from there. Whatever
No,
the
that's
standings
poop.
are, that's what they are.
What if
Okay. Well, the
what if
thing
we're
is
in a
that
global pandemic and you can do whatever you want?
I want to Stanley Cup hat.